Here I go. Here I go. There it is. What's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Big Time Show podcast, seen live here on Facebook, YouTube, and of course being heard live on Podbean as well. Welcome to the show. I'm sorry, and also to those that may be checking me out on Twitter. Hey, Wendy, I see you. Hey, Wendy, what's going on? What's up, Tommy? What's going on, man? What's going on? I am here today. This is going to be a fire show. I didn't come to play games today, okay? I didn't come to play. I didn't come to say anything crazy. Look, I'm here to work it out tonight. Hello to those that are on Podbean. Hello to those that are on Podbean. They say they can't hear me on Podbean, so I'm going there now. I see my brothers are showing up in here. I see y'all. My other brother is slowly but surely becoming. Listen, thank you to those that have joined in live. Listen, if you're on here now, there are only a few of you that are on here. Go ahead and share this with as many people as you can. I got some guys on here with me tonight that's going to help us better understand Dallas Cowboy draft picks that we had. We can't go through all of them because we need to take some time tonight talking about a couple of them that a lot of you guys are excited about, and we're going to go ahead and get that going on here tonight. Go ahead and share it as you shared. I want to go ahead and put this in and thank my guy Alec X Winters for the music that you heard, who gives us permission to listen to it. I appreciate you guys so much, excuse me, for letting me use it. Hey, Wendy, exactly. It's the same thing. Listen, to those that are on here, listen, I don't know when and I don't know where, but here in the South, we've had, starting early this morning, a major rainstorm that took place. And we are right now getting close to another downpour. It just happened before we started, and things may happen. Now, you know that if rain and storms come, there's a chance that your power can go out. You may have internet issues. So I apologize now, just in case I have it here in Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all forgive me. It's not my fault, but it is what it is, okay? Let me go ahead and say this. Listen, if you want to support the show, there it is, my Cash App there at $ the Big Time Show. You can do that now if you're on Podbean. You can go there also as well and say become a patron. That's all you have to do is go there as well. I thank everyone for prayers and inboxes and everything concerning my father-in-law who we buried on yesterday. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. I'm quite sure that my wife is very appreciative of your efforts as well about that. My father-in-law is a great man. Of course, we hate to see him go without a doubt, but thank God for his strength. Thank God for his peace during this time, and we're still getting through. So don't stop praying for us. Keep praying for us as we get ready to move on with our lives. Thank you so much again for that. For those that are on here, please share as much as possible. Listen, tonight, I am excited tonight. Why? Because I got my brothers with me. That's all that's all I need to say. I got my brothers with me. It's almost like the Bad Boy movie. We fight, we argue, but we family, we brothers. And tonight, to talk about our subject at hand, tonight we're going to be talking about our first two draft picks for the evening, and that, of course, is Micah Parsons and Kelvin Joseph. And I can't think of two better people that I want to talk about with who has knowledge of both of these players, things that maybe you haven't heard, things that you haven't seen. And I just want you to understand the type of player that we have here that is coming on. And I'm going to go ahead and bring my brother on, Gary first. Y'all welcome Gary Atkinson to the show. My brother Gary is here. What's going on, G?
Not much. How you doing, Bishop?
Man, I'm just out here trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, man. It's going to be that kind of night. What's going on? For those on Podbean, I apologize you can't see this. If you want to see this live, you're going to have to come on, go to Facebook or YouTube or Twitter and come on in and watch it that way. But I got my brothers on. I got my other brother on. My other brother's there. I don't know if his sound is right, but there he is, the one and only Gee Chee Cowboy in the house. There he is. What's going on, Gee Chee?
What's up, Bishop? How you doing, man? What's going on?
We here, man. We here.
Let's get it.
We here. You ready? Y'all ready to get it? Y'all ready to get
it? Let's do this.
Man, look, ain't no sense of playing around with it. You know, hey, I didn't bring y'all on to shake hands and talk about the young and the restless. We're to talk some football. This just like sitting in the backyard talking to some guys football. And I appreciate you guys coming and hang with me for a while and educate my little audience on things they may not know. And we just gonna go ahead and tackle these two. And however long it takes, so be it. We're gonna be good. Here we go. Gentlemen, J.C. Horn left us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He left us. He left us at Carolina. And I know that y'all heart dropped because I believe everybody that's on this thing wanted J.C. Horn. We all wanted him. Your heart dropped.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
know tough. You guys like I know you. I believe that most of us said, well, I guess we're going to go on take Surtain. I guess we're going to go on take Surtain. We said, well, we didn't want him, but, he ain't trash, but, he ain't J.C. Horn,
Right.
Kind of
had that dog in him.
Yeah. And then Denver broke our heart again because we knew we wanted a cornerback. Bad. We wanted a cornerback bad. They left us down on it. Let me get you, Gary, because that's better right there. I got that's better, Gary. And I know y'all saying like, oh boy, what we gonna do now? Because we probably say, wait a minute, we might need to consider the trade. We need to consider the trade. Yep. Trade down. That's what I said.
Yep.
And I said, well, we just got to see what's going on with it. And I said, okay. Then we got the phone call from the Eagles and decided to do business with the Eagles and say it was a trade. Now, if you remember the draft, they didn't say they didn't have the details of the trade. Okay?
Yep.
Right. We traded. My only question, okay, how far did we drop that? That's what I want to know. If we knew Philly, we knew it was okay. We at 12, so that ain't too bad.
Yep.
And then my prayer started going high. I said, well, there is somebody there that, to be honest with you, is going to make more of an impact than J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain combined, if you ask me. Because his head is going to be on the ball with Micah Parsons. And I was begging, please, Lord, do not let nobody try to call up and take J.C. Horn take Parsons from us. And sure enough, at 12, we didn't call for Michael Parsons. This is what I want to know right then. Gary, I'm going to start out with you, since you next to me in this braided bunch like window box. Since you right next to me, Gary, when you heard that we had Michael Parsons, what kind of vibe did you have?
Well, I knew we got us a dog. That's what we all been wanting. That's what we all been asking for. Somebody that's gonna come in and change the culture. You know, we need them rough, mean guys like we had in the 90s when we won the Super Bowls. We don't need them good guys that's going, yes, sir, no, sir, and toe the line. We need them guys that's going to hit you in the mouth and sit there and look at you like, what?
Yeah.
Coming all day.
Yeah. I like that. Gee Chee, when you saw that Michael Parsons was the pick, what did you feel, man?
I probably jumped and touched the ceiling. I'm so excited, like, because I know it was probably between him and Slater, and I didn't really want Slater because I feel like our offensive line is way better than our defenses, and I knew we got a guy that was gonna come in, set the tone, change the attitude of this defense, and bring an infectious kind of energy about that's going to rub off on everybody else.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all what I felt. Mine kind of matched Gee Chee up, Gary. When I heard Michael Parsons got picked, man, I'm 48 years old. I ain't never jumped that high in 10 years. I'm just going to be honest. I haven't jumped that high in 10 years. I think I touched the ceiling.
Yeah.
Because I begged, number one, for a dominant football player. But here was my kicker.
Right.
I wanted a guy with some pure attitude.
Yes.
Dominant. I'm talking about this. Y'all check me out. Y'all, now I'm a Cowboy fan, been a Cowboy for all my life. I think I've said this before. Ray Lewis was my favorite football player, though. Ray Lewis was. And my judgment for defense is this. As crazy as it may sound, here's my judgment for defense. If somebody is standing there and Ray Lewis look at you and say, come on, ride with me. You can play with me. Come on. That's what I say is a defender, a great defender. And without a doubt, Micah Parsons, if Ray Lewis looked at him, he would say, let's roll, dog. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because they kind of cut from the same cloth. This guy is unbelievable. He is different.
Yes.
There ain't too many guys. Wendy, I like to destroy people. Yeah. Football ain't ballet. You understand? This is not gymnastics.
No.
You understand?
No.
This is not ice skating. You know, not it. This is physical football. And when you got guys that run into you 800 times a year, 100 miles an hour. You want guys that can flat out go get with veracity and passion and energy. This is what Micah Parsons is, y'all. I don't know if y'all don't know about it. I don't know if y'all don't check that game tape. This kid is just totally different. He will knock your head off and then smile about it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
We don't have that on our defense.
No.
We don't have it. Jalen has that gear, but he's too nice.
Yes.
He's trying to be
Nice
the
guy
man.
mentality.
Yeah, he's trying to be the NFL man of the year and all that kind of stuff. And he was running for that. He's a good guy. I don't want that. I take it, but when you playing live, I need an animal.
Yes.
I need an animal.
Yes.
And we got it. Just for those that don't know, Gee Chee, please tell these people this dude's measurements, please, real quick. It just make me sick.
He's 6'3", 245, runs a 4.39, got a 31-inch vert, got 32-inch arms. And if you compile that together, it ain't too many human beings on the earth that's walking around with measurements like that. It's not too many guys that can run that fast. Like, you just don't find that anywhere. And then on top of that, his energy and his ego and his want to be great is what's going to drive him and his teammates around him, because that's infectious. Like, that makes you want to play harder when you see a guy playing as hard as that. It makes you want to go to war with him.
Let me ask you this, Gary, because Gary, I know you done watched him. I know Gee Chee, you watched him. Gary, let me ask you this. Does his play match the measurables? Does that make sense what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense. The play matches the measurables. He plays every bit of 4-3. Yes. He plays fast. He plays fast. He's not a guy that just looks fast on film or just ran fast, because I like Surtain. They said he ran a 4.42. I didn't see it on film, but I seen the 4.39 in Parsons. I saw every bit of it. I've been lobbying, man. I've been one of the ones saying we need we need some Charles Haley's on this team. Mm-hmm. That some guys that ain't all right in the head, that enjoy beating up on folks and want to run. To have all those collisions, 800 collisions a year, you can't be all right. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a couple loose screws in there. I want some of that.
I want some of that crazy. Got a little echo, Gary.
Huh?
I said, I think he got a little echo.
I'll turn him down. I turn him down. I got him. Okay. Say something, Gary.
Can you hear me? I'm good.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. It's probably a little better. Hey, I see my sister is on here. Hey, my sister, and I see Buddha is in the house, and I see E on there. What's up, man? We see you on here. Look, thank y'all for joining in to this backyard barbecue talk. That y'all just eavesdropping. I wanted my brothers to come on here just to talk to me. Y'all in the chat box. I wish I had a few more boxes. I can invite some of y'all in, but y'all just sit back and enjoy the foolishness that's getting ready to happen in here in a minute. But we're gonna crank this thing up. There you go, E. You're right. He said we needed a little more ignorance. That's what I'm saying. So
right.
There's a different type of player when he has measurables like Parsons has, and then his play matches the measurements. I'm saying he plays fast. He uses that 6'3" well. He can't push him away because he's big. He can't be kind of ran over, other than a little blindside shot or something like that. He's too fast. He sheds blocks well. Yes. Now that part nobody really want to talk about because we're looking at the plan. But if you really look at some of his game tape, this kid sheds blocks well. So even if you get your hands on him, he's still able to get rid of you quickly and still find a way to get into play. And most of all, what I've seen, this kid got a motor that just don't stop.
Right.
Yes.
And based on what we heard from Xavier Woods last year, you know,
we need
talk
that.
about it, you don't play hard every play. I think this is a vast improvement for that, what we have there. Let me ask y'all guys this. I think I already know the answer, but I just want to see. Day one starter?
Of course.
Yes,
Of,
most definitely.
of
Like you
course.
said, he sheds blocks well. That's what we don't have with Van Der Esch and Jalen. They don't shed block. They get blocked, and it's basically over for him. He
Yep.
sheds blocks and make the play.
Yep.
And he got sideline to sideline speed. We don't have no athlete like that. He can do some of everything, especially when you're talking about the 3-4 front. He can play the 3-4 front. He can play in the middle or rush the passer. He can drop back into coverage. You know, Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl with two linebackers that can run, stop the run, cover, and get after the passer. And that's what we need. I think that's the mode we went to, especially with Parsons as the number one pick. I was loving that.
Yeah.
That'll
What you
transcend
guys say
defense
about
fast.
Gee?
Yeah, he gonna be a day one starter. I mean, he's coming in and he already told you I expect to start. So you know what you're gonna get from him. And for the people that said he can't shed blocks, that's a lie because he shed blocks a lot in college. And another thing is he's so fast, it's hard to even square him up when he does see the ball.
Yeah.
And then you hear him say that he really hasn't really learned a position yet. It was all instincts. So imagine when this kid actually gets techniques down and is able to just play without thinking. Like this guy was just doing that off of natural God-given ability. So just imagine with his hard work and with Quinn getting his hands on him, what he gonna turn into. And like you said, Gary, he can play outside linebacker. He can play the middle. He can play anywhere on the defense that you need him to play. Like
anywhere.
He's weapon X. That's what my name gonna be for him. Weapon X.
Yeah. And that's a nice nickname, Beach.
Let me ask y'all this. Let's go a little bit deeper because that's vanilla type stuff what I just asked. Let me ask you this. Is he good enough to play in nickel packages?
Yes, most definitely. When you're in the nickel, you need linebackers that can cover. And we all seen what happened when you got Jalen Smith out there and he trying to guard a slot receiver or even a tight end. He get cooked all day. That's not going to happen with Parsons.
Yep.
He big enough to man up with him. He fast enough to run with any slot or any tight end for that matter. And just like Geach was saying, dude can do it all. There's nothing he can't do. I mean, why take him off the field?
Yep.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. What you got about that, Gee Chee?
Yeah, he's a 3-down linebacker. Plain and simple. I mean, he does not have to come off the field. We can see maybe coverage is maybe his weakness right now, his biggest weakness. But that's something hard work and technique he can get better at. He has the willingness to get better at it. That goes along with the mental of being a dog. You want to be great, so you take the coaching to be great. Because you ain't gonna just be great without having a good coach show you the ropes too. So I think he's a humble kid. He has a big ego, a big character. Defense needs that. Like he could be the Dak of the defense. That's how I really believe in him.
The best part of that, Geach, is if coverage is his weakness, he's still better in coverage than the two linebackers we have starting.
Very true.
Let me throw this in because the Cowboys are playing chess, and I realize that they're going to, bring up a lot of packages with because we got some weapons on defense now. There's no question about that. We got a lot of weapons. But what it did actually was getting Parsons, and I'm saying this based off of if Jalen and LVE start and kind of somewhat remain healthy. What it did, the true blessing in disguise to me, nobody ain't really, well, somebody said it, but I want to take it to the next level. All the talk was that Neal was going to be our wheel linebacker. I think that changed, obviously, when Parsons got drafted. And with the addition, and we ain't talking about it, but with the addition of Cox, obviously there. What it does, it puts Neal back in his proper position where he's actually a Pro Bowl safety. And while we still hollering about we need a safety, we need a safety, we need to draft a safety, we need I see somebody put in, we need Earl Thomas and all that. Please understand. I realize Neil is injured, I get that, but let's not act like this kid was not a Pro Bowl safety. And if he's back in his natural position, because Neil can hit you too. So that is the benefit, if you ask me, that you can put Neil back where he belongs. And him and Donovan Wilson can go to work back there as safeties. And I'm telling you, defense is really about to crank it up for real.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't mind. I see what that he said Neil will push LB for a spot. I don't mind him pushing them, but if push comes to shove, just slip them all back there safety where he belongs. And the defense actually done got better, if you ask me.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Wrong for that?
No, not even a little bit. Because, see, what that does is I know everybody like Donovan at the strong safety, but he can play the free too. He'll ball hawk back there. And with Neil at the strong safety, that gives us what we've been needing, a dog on all three levels of the defense. That's going to make your defense that much more dangerous, especially when you got two headhunters right there in the box, because Neil ain't backing down from nobody. And we already know what Parsons can do. We've been talking about him.
Exactly. That is true. You can read Blizz Neil often. He said it's just the truth. You can't do that. Go ahead, Gee Chee.
I mean, Dan Quinn doubled down saying that Neil's gonna stay at linebacker, but
I don't believe that.
I think you get your best 11 guys on the field. That's how I feel about it. And I just think with so many players and different athletes like that, you just got so many different packages you can run, which helps you disguise coverages more because you can't get a pattern on who's playing which spot. So I'm ready to see how Dan Quinn's going to use all of them because it's so much competition everywhere. You just don't, because I really like Donovan at the strong. I feel like he better coming downhill attacking, but I also feel like he can play single high too if you needed him to. So it's just so many unlimited possibilities of formations and packages. I think it's going to be exciting, honestly.
I think it is too, but I don't want. I think a lot of people, when they start going in depth, I think that they need to also understand that Parsons can be a 3-down linebacker without a doubt. And that's and if that is the case, it just opens up so many other things for us. So I think that we hit a home run. To be honest with you, you've heard other people say it. The truth of the matter is that we got the best defensive player in the draft, if you ask me. Now, that's me. I ain't saying that. See, when we talked about Horn, when we talked about Surtain, whichever side of the fence that you were on, it really didn't make a difference. They were the best corners of the draft, but they were not the best player in the draft, defensive player. The Micah Parsons is the best defensive player in the draft, in my opinion. And I really feel like he's going to be, without a doubt, the rookie of the year this year. I believe he's going to make that type of impact, barring injury. I think he's going to be flat out special. I'm talking about rookie Pro Bowl, and depending on how crazy this thing get, he might get some consideration for All Pro. He's that good. He's a difference maker. And I think that we made a chess move by going to get him there. I see you, E. I wasn't gonna get on D-line and all that kind of stuff. We just gonna talk about the first two picks. We start talking about the whole draft, we'll be here for 4 hours. And ain't enough time. So we just gonna roll with them two. But you're right, E, that one tech and my boy from Memphis, Quentin Bohanna, from Memphis here, who went to Cordova High School, which is about a mile from where I'm living at right now. The kid is special. That's all I'm gonna say. I was upset when he signed with Kentucky instead of Memphis That's one of the kids that I wish that we could have kept here in Memphis. But he went and played the SEC ball and flourished there. And we all in Memphis knew that he was going to have, we knew one day he would get here as a pro. He was just that good. So it wasn't he was Mr. Tennessee in football here in the state of Tennessee. So it was no surprise to a lot of us that this day would come where he would be in the NFL. I'm just happy with the Cowboys. There ain't no doubt about that. So I'll talk about him a little bit later. But what I get what you're saying. That one technique does affect and let those linebackers run free. And I just stick with that little point where you just said that if these linebackers run free, I promise it is going to be a problem. It is going to be a problem with them three.
It's going to be a lot of tackles for loss.
Man, my God. No question about it. Go ahead.
Pads. You're going to hear pads on the field. I don't know if you understand what that is. When you play the game, you understand when you hear them pads collide, how hard somebody hitting somebody. And you're going to hear a lot
gonna sound like the 4th of July up there. That's what it's gonna sound like. So
take you right back to tour days.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the things that that we need to be real grateful for. That's right, Buddha. Buddha brings up a great point. Buddha says there's 3-4, you're gonna have a lot of substitutions and energy saving.
Yeah.
With all the guys that we picked up, I agree 100% with that. What Buddha said. That goes the D line all the way to even secondary if you had to.
All the fresh play.
Right.
Yeah.
And people,
especially, go ahead.
I was about to say, like, I don't think people really realizing how good Parsons can be. Parsons can be a Von Miller outside linebacker. If they wanted him just to be that, and turn into a Bobby Wagner, he can actually be both players combined as one with way more athleticism.
Right.
Yeah.
He could be that. I see the same things. I see him in the middle being the Luke Kuechly, and I see him on the edge being the Derek Thomas LT mode. Like Buddha was saying earlier, with the 3-4, we're gonna have to start 4 so they could all 4 start. That's true, but we're gonna be in the nickel 60% of the time, so it's only gonna be 2 guys there. And I much prefer Parsons over LVE or Jay.
But that's
exactly.
Get LVE back to 2018, 2019 LVE. LVE was at 102.
He was nice. Exactly. He can't stay healthy. He can't stay on the field.
We possibly 3 or 4 linebackers that can run and hit. See the ball, get the ball.
Yeah. Exactly. He done missed more games in his first 3 years than Sean Lee did. And that there is a red flag within itself to me. I'm not feeling that at all.
We can't go back down that road again.
No.
Right.
The bottom line is, good people, for those that are listening, I appreciate all those that are listening. Forgive me, but my computer has gotten frozen, so I can't see anything, but I got my phone. I'm looking at the comments on the phone. Hey, you got to learn how to adjust when you do this stuff. So and Podbean is on, so I'm going to leave it on because I know Podbean is on, but I cannot see your comments until this thing happens. So if you're making comments, if you're following me, and if you're not, listen, it's very quick. Go to your phone now, go on Facebook, and go just follow the Big Time Show podcast and click on to that. It's live right now, and you can get your comments there, and I can see that. If you're on Podbean, go ahead and go there now. I know you're with me, but I cannot. My computer's frozen up, but I am presently looking on the phone, looking at all these comments that are coming. So I just don't want you to feel like I'm alienating you just in case you're saying something. I can't see you. This is called life. Things happen. You understand? Things happen. Things mess up. And look, I ain't no computer guru, and I don't want to restart the computer because I'm going to lose you. Then you're going to go eat some chicken and, go eat some pancakes. I don't want to lose you, so I'm going to keep you here for a minute, But go to look, I don't mind my Podbean number. Like, go over to the Facebook real quick or YouTube You want to go to YouTube, the Big Time Show channel. That's all you have to do, find that, and we're on live there as well. So go ahead and do that. Yeah, just in case y'all wondering that, I'm gonna wrap up. We coming back to Parsons because y'all need to stay with us because this thing is about to get really lit. Yes, second. You guys need to understand as a player, you can't go wrong with a guy like this. You just can't. He will shock the world if he's not what we thinking we are. He's not a bust. This kid is gonna make a difference for years to come, and I'm just glad that we got him. This is a generational. Yeah, I said it. This is a generational type football player.
Right.
No question.
Immediate
These
impact.
type of guys are not walking around God's earth right now. These type of dudes are walking around. He different. And I wish some of y'all would, instead of complaining about him, please go watch his tape. And that's all I'm saying. Just go watch his tape. The tape don't lie. You see, the tape don't lie. And please don't come to me. Oh man, he was going against Northwestern and he was going against Rutgers, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Go watch him in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas in Dallas Stadium.
Go watch him against my home team, Memphis, and look how this kid just dominated. I mean, just
the truth.
Yeah, he was a wrecking ball.
He was like man of voice. Like
everybody
else was in Pop Warner. Like it didn't.
Yeah. But that's what I want to say. Now let's get to, if you don't mind, let's turn the corner right here. With the second pick, we still didn't have a corner. Everybody wanted us to get a corner. In the second round, we got one. And not only did we get one, we got a real good one. Now,
Boss man fat.
Now, y'all were so stuck on J.C. Horn and Surtain, and before that, you were stuck on Caleb Fairley. That some of y'all didn't even look past those three.
Mm-hmm.
But you would have noticed that Kelvin Joseph is a pure dog.
Yes.
And I didn't say it about. Let me push the stop and rewind button. Micah Parsons is a dog. Okay.
Yes.
And Kelvin Joseph.
Indeed.
Dog. And with another infusion of pure attitude.
I love it.
On it. And I don't want to put nobody on the spot, but I think Gee know. Gary, I don't know. I don't want to put you on the spot like that. Do we know what his measure was? I know he was 6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah,
and
6 foot.
Go ahead.
195, and if I'm not mistaken, he ran a 4. Was it 4.44 flat 4.39?
Ran a 4.34, but he also clocked a 4.24 at the pro day at Kentucky.
Excuse me, what you say on that last one, Naki?
He clocked a 4.24 at his pro day at Kentucky.
My ears messing up. Just a little bit. Y'all forgive me. I'm a little old. Gee Chee, one more time. One more time. Joe ran a what now at pro day?
Ran a 4.24.
Oh, okay.
It's Deion speed.
Yeah.
That's pretty fast, right?
What they try to say
Deion speed.
These he's kind of off a little bit, so they calling it 4.3, but he really clocked the 4.2.
Oh, okay.
I heard the 4.3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard that my guy ran a 4.24 in his pro day in Kentucky. His other time was registered at a 4.3 something before. The translation of that is he's fast.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, he can go.
But it's one thing to be fast, and then it's another thing to be fast and aggressive.
Yep.
This kid, check the game tape out if you don't believe me. This kid will hit you.
Yes.
Yep.
He ain't got no problem bringing the hat to the dance. He don't mind getting dirty. He don't mind knocking your head off.
Right.
And he has incredible, what I saw is that he has incredible break on the ball because once it's in his head, he's going to go ahead and break on and try to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And he has getting it. Now, some of you that are football fans and offensive minded, Gee Chee is a former quarterback. When you see a quarterback like this, you probably say, well, we're just going to have to put some double moves on him.
Yep.
And I tell you,
Yep.
if you put a double move on him, you ain't getting too far because he run a 4-2.
Right. Yep.
He going to catch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So go ahead, Gee Chee, I'll start with you. Talk about Kelvin Joseph for my folks in here.
He only started 9 games, so he a little raw. But as far as being fast, being physical, being twitchy, he is everything you want in the quarterback. Being able to high point the ball, and even though it was only 3 snaps, he guard D. Smith better than any cornerback I seen cover him in 4 years that D. Smith was in the NFL, in the college football. He's raw, you know. He got a problem sometimes of peeking too much with his eyes, but that's things that can be fixed with technique. So as far as
Right.
the player and the potential, he has it all there. And I don't know if a lot of people been to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, but it's a pretty rough city to kind of grow up in. So you already know every day was a fight and a struggle for him to get out of that city anyway. So he gonna bring that same attitude and doggishness to Dallas with him. So we got another baller.
Come on, Gary. What you got on?
I like his change of direction. Like you were saying, I played corner, so when you say hit him with the double move, when you got that kind of speed, you don't have to bite on the first move. Just give a little indication that you respect it. And then when they change direction, right on top of him, he has elite change of direction. That's why he breaks on the ball so good. His change of direction and acceleration. Now, what I see about him as far as what needs to be cleaned up, or the inexperience. Sometimes he breaks off the wrong foot. When he goes to jam, he doesn't punch with one hand and feel the man out and then bring the other along. You just try to get him with both hands. You might get swimmed a little bit, but all of that is coachable. I mean, you can coach that out of him, but you can't coach a man to be a dog and to be a ball. Because when that ball's in the air, he has excellent body control and a 40-inch vertical. He going up to get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what you want. That's the problems we had with Byron Jones. Oh, he don't get his hands on the ball, and Chico don't get his head turned around. Well, that's eliminated with this guy. He gonna get his hand on the ball. He gonna catch the ball, and his head gonna get turned around. That's one thing he does do. He reads the receiver's eyes very well. When they look for the ball, he looks for the ball.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Gee Chee. Go ahead, Gee Chee.
All right.
Well, this is what I got to say. The kid is raw enough that I have, even though he was drafted in the 2nd round, I don't think he's a day one starter. I don't think so. I don't think so. And the reason why I'm saying that is because based off those 9 games, I think that's going to come back to haunt him. I believe that before the year is out, I believe he will be a day one. I believe he will be starting. I think he will be. I just don't think he starts week 1. And Bruce, I see you. He did intercept on D. Smith in that Kentucky-Alabama game. Had an outstanding game. So D. Smith had a little problems with Joseph. I mean, the kid can play. There's no question. Y'all can disagree with me. I just don't think that he's going to be our day one starter. And I believe that, to be honest with you, it's going to be a battle between Anthony Brown and probably Jordan Lewis. One of those two. Even though I know Jordan is more effective. Lewis is effective everywhere. But I really feel like that he's going to he's not going to start there. I think that Joseph is going to kind of grow into it, which ain't bad at all. I think he's going to grow in their role with Brown for the experience at first, and then go ahead and roll like this. Go ahead and crush me if you want to, Gary.
My boy E. Kush said it looked like pass interference on the D. Smith interception. I'm gonna tell you, like when you playing corner E, you have just as much right to the space as the offensive player. So when you on the inside of the man and he runs into you, you know, and hand fight is going on, they're not gonna call that because you have right to that space. So it wasn't PI. He was just in good position. It's like he knew the route concept. He read it and got ahead of the man. I mean, that's what you want. You want a guy that's going to study the film and understand the route concepts. Like you were saying, though, Bishop, he might not be a day one starter. He's not as cleaned up or as polished as Diggs was. And, you know, Diggs didn't initially start either, but he
No.
I think he will be by the end of I'll say game 6.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Especially if they go with Anthony Brown over Jordan.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Brown, I mean, we've all seen what he can do.
Yeah. He could say he just ain't had no real competition for that position for so long that he just automatically started. I think they're gonna go the same route that they did last year with Diggs. Diggs didn't start off like that, but by week 4 or 5 or whatever, and then of course when he got hurt, it was, but he ended up taking the starting job away, and it was good. Gee Chee, you still on here? Gee Chee, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Just making sure. So I don't think I wouldn't mind, but I think that's just too much of a risk for him to be starting immediately, based on 9 games. I think that's gonna hurt him, and I think Anthony Brown, just with his experience, probably gonna be the best fit for now. I ain't saying
that's
better.
the problem.
Take time.
That's the problem.
Cornerback is one of the positions you kind of can't hit the ground running as a rookie, because you can take your lumps and learn as you go by week to week. So I think depending on how he plays in camp and training camp and preseason, he could work himself into a starter role, because I feel like Joseph can play in the slot or at outside cornerback. So they kind of interchangeable, but I definitely want somebody to push Anthony Brown. Like Anthony Brown that gave up the most touchdowns in that secondary. So he needs to earn this job for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If they we'll see what's going on if they name Brown the starter or Jordan Lewis, because that's the problem. It's not that Anthony Brown just hadn't had no competition. It's just they keep him the job. They don't give guys that deserve a shot the shot, because you can't convince me that Jordan Lewis is not a better cornerback and football player than Anthony Brown.
No doubt about it.
I mean, he showed that to me his rookie year.
I understand it. I mean, they call him the ball guard. Nickname, they call him the ball guard. Like, the guy gets the ball, he just knows how to be around the football. Like, if you look at Jordan Lewis' rookie year, he played so much, like Devontae Adams, so well as a rookie, and they just stopped letting him develop. They didn't give him no playing time in the year. Like, so I definitely think they do better than Anthony Brown. Honestly, in my opinion, if you just go back to that J. Lou played, if you get him focused and on the field, you can get that type of player every week.
Right.
Yeah. I see I got the great BJ Nix on here from Star Game. What's going on, BJ? I appreciate you popping in.
What up, Nix?
Popping into my little show, BJ. It's an honor to have one of the best in the country to pop in on my little podcast show. Welcome to the Big Time Show, BJ Nix. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for popping in. The echo is kind of messed up, BJ, because my computer in front of me is frozen, and I don't want to lose my little crowd that I do have by starting this thing over again, because I'm on Podbean as well, so I can't I can't kind of move out, and so it's frozen. I can't do it, so we're just gonna have to tolerate. Look, I ain't got the production that you got, BJ. You know, you got Grammy Award winning producers, and American Bandstand people to come help you, and Soul Train, and you got all the good stuff over there. I'm just starting out, so just hang with me. You listen well. You just keep listening if you don't mind. Thank you, BJ. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for doing that. Now, listen, you just heard all the good stuff, okay? I don't think that he's going to start day one, without a doubt. I think he's going to work his way in. I believe he's going to get there before that year's out. I think he's too good of a talent to be sitting down for a whole, like that. I believe they're going to do him kind of like Diggs, okay? But let me tell y'all, the problem that I'm having, and I'm about to lose some of y'all right now because we about to go into a little deep water, I guess. And you guys, for those that liked it, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good night. If y'all don't got some, I'm about to lose some of y'all now. For those that on Podbean, I can't see you. I can't see your comments. But if you're there, I appreciate you. And if you don't like what we're getting ready to go into, y'all have a good night. I'll check y'all out on Saturday o'clock. Okay.
Here come the action.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem. And those are in the comments back. And those are in the comment section. Please help me and correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I'm just going to bring up a point of reference, okay? This is not to talk about this player. This is just as a point of reference. From my understanding and what I heard was that Matt Jones, the quarterback of the New England Patriots, the quarterback that they had said was, a lot of people thought he was going to the San Francisco 49ers at pick number 3. A lot of people thought that was going to happen. Even at 15, correct me if I'm wrong, those in the chat group. BJ, you in here because I know you know. Listen, Gee Chee, Gary, whoever else, Podbean, I can't see you. I'll look at your comments later on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did not Matt Jones have 3 DUIs on his report? Somebody help me. Is that true?
And still win in the first round when Dak had one that dropped him all the way to the 4th round.
Okay. Gee Chee, am I right? Did he have 3 DUIs?
If it wasn't 3, it was 2. If it wasn't 3.
Okay, okay, 2. Okay. Let me ask y'all this question. In the comment box, y'all come on, because y'all done got quiet all of a sudden. The comments was flowing. Now y'all done got quiet. Okay, no, that's fine. Just listen, just hear me out. For DUIs, get drunk, get behind the wheel of a car, put his life in danger, put other folks' life in danger. Yeah. BJ said Mac Jones' balls look drunk at time when he threw it. Yeah. So listen. If the man got this type of stuff on his record, why didn't we hear about it? I mean, we didn't hear nothing about DUIs during the whole draft process. We didn't hear nothing. Nobody held it against them. Nobody said nothing. And in comparison to Micah Parsons,
man,
they said Micah Parsons has character issues. Now we got a guy, exactly, BJ. Well, I already know the answer. Saban is able to cover all that. I get that. But talking about Micah Parsons, character, the way they were talking, it was like Micah Parsons had committed a federal crime. I mean, it was like he had done something, like he did 10 felonies in 3 minutes. That's and then when you found out what it was, a hazing incident. Now, come on, y'all. Come on.
Stuff that go on every year. Goes on every year.
We all play football.
If you play football,
you know.
If you play football, if you hadn't been on a hazing incident, I want to know what kind of. Probably you playing Pop Warner ball, and that's there wasn't no hazing in little league football.
No.
But if you've been on high school team, and definitely if you played college ball, can I tell you that you have been in some hazing incident or you participated in one? What 18, 19, 20-year-old does not haze? I mean, on the football team. I just want to know, this is what he supposedly got in trouble for. And the funny thing about it, they were allegations.
Yep.
You know, y'all know what an allegation is, right? It don't mean that you're guilty. You were just alleged to do something.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean you're guilty. It just means we heard that you did this. We ain't proved it yet, but this is what happened. And this is the knock that Micah Parsons had. And to be truthfully honest with you, this kid probably supposed to got drafted in the top 5.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
But because of this character issue, an alleged character issue, this kid has this stain on him. But Matt Jones, when he got drafted, he marched down like he was General Patton, walking down the aisle, walking all wide-legged, his belly hanging, you know, looking like one of the Beach Boys. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't understand what the issue is. Y'all come on talk to me. Y'all, my folks in the comments, I see. Come on, talk to me, Gary. What do? What did he do, man?
Man, Bishop, the crazy part is he wasn't even the one doing the hazing. He was just involved in the incident or a party that was there. He didn't even do anything. But just because who he is and how he looked, that's the incident. And I know everybody said, Bama and Saban, but if we knew about the 3 DUIs, the rest of the NFL knew about it too. If we can find out, then the rest of the GMs in the NFL can find out about them 3 DUIs. I mean, just look at it. I mean, everybody knew what was going on with Johnny Manziel in college. They knew what he was doing. He went in the first round. Everybody saw that video of Baker Mayfield on the internet getting drunk, trying to run from the cops and get tackled. He went number 1 overall. I mean, what's the common factor in those 3 guys and guys like Justin Fields who fall for no apparent reason, or Micah Parsons in this because of this little hazing incident? Now he's got character issues. Dak Prescott had 1 DUI and falls to the 4th round. Deshaun Watson doing the exact same thing that Robert Kraft did. And you hear nothing about Kraft. They talking about Deshaun Watson being a pervert, not playing, not stepping on the field all this year. What is the factor? I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious what the issue is. And it has nothing to do with the incidents that they were involved in.
Man, Mark, I talked about this in my last show. Robert Kraft did both of them got the same exact thing in common. Robert Kraft went to the massage parlor. Deshaun Watson went to the massage parlor. They allegedly messed with one woman and a couple women, and Deshaun did the same thing. Deshaun Watson probably won't even play this year. Robert Kraft ain't even missed a game. Y'all hear me? Robert Kraft was still in the press box, still drinking cognac.
Still had all the
drinking whiskey. Drinking whiskey. And look,
intact.
Yeah, bought the tapes, everything. He bought, he done lying. Y'all know it. He bought the tapes from the place. They didn't even see it in court. The judge said, we don't even want to see it. What?
Yeah.
Now we done find out some of these girls are lying, just like we knew they was in the first place.
Right.
You know, we knew that. Now the man got so many cases against him that's going to be spread out, and until he gets them all clear, he ain't going to be able to play. So the man ain't, he could probably gonna make a commission exempt list and all that. But back to Micah Parsons. I mean,
yeah.
What? The Gee, talk to me, man. Help me out here. What?
I mean, anybody that's played football, you've been a part of his. Your ninth grade year, you come in as a freshman, the juniors and the seniors gonna get you. They locked us in the cage and threw helmets at us my freshman year. Threw helmets over the cage at us. We used to have to carry their pads in after practice. Like, that's a part of football. And Parsons was what, freshman or sophomore at the time? The other two guys were upperclassmen. So, of course, it couldn't have been Parsons actually controlling his if he was a lower classman, too. He just was the big name, so it's easy to call his name in the incident. And it's just, I'm just tired of certain players, certain colors getting things attached to them that these other color players don't get. And then you hear the other color players talk about a certain way, and the color players aren't talked about. Like, they put last year, ESPN actually had T. Higgins' mom smoke crack under his profile when they listed the things about him.
They did.
Right.
So you telling me Mac Jones could have UI, but T. Higgins, you mom smoke crack under his profile? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And it's like, it's being ignored so much. You're being told, y'all race beating, y'all reaching for something that's not there, but it's really there. And as long as people keep ignoring it and we don't have these conversations, it's going to keep going on.
Yeah. Let me stop. BJ, I saw you. And look, if I know you going to pop in, man, I'll give you the honor. But like I told you, I don't have your production level. So I don't want to lose my little crowd. If my computer wasn't froze, I'll shoot you this link right quick because look, nobody is race baiting. Let me kill. And for those that are gonna watch this replay of my show here, listen, I'm not race baiting. I'm presenting the facts. Here are the facts. Let's go back. Robert Kraft went to a massage parlor. Deshaun Watson went to a massage parlor. Robert Kraft allegedly had the services of a few young ladies. Deshaun Watson supposedly had the services of a few young ladies. That's those are the facts. The young lady said Robert Kraft did something wrong. The young lady said Deshaun Watson did something wrong. That ain't called race baiting. That is just calling the facts. The young girls, young ladies that talked about Deshaun Watson have said they have come out to be a liar. And Robert Kraft, the facts say he bought the tapes.
Yep. He
handpicked the judge. He bought the tape, destroyed the tape so nobody can see what happened.
And settled out of court. Never heard about it again.
And you ain't never heard about it again. Deshaun Watson is liable to miss a whole year. Okay? Robert Kraft was in the press box the very next week. And my understanding was this. I always heard that if you did any type of damage to the brand of the NFL, you would be punished. That's what I heard now. If you don't think buying tapes to hide the evidence is not damaging the brand of the NFL, something is wrong with it. Something is wrong with it. And I'm trying to figure out if Matt Jones was not talked about with this problem that he had. And I get it. Nick Saban can cover a multitude of sins. I understand that. I get it. And that's the kind of coach you want. But my goodness, we ain't heard nothing about Mac Jones. Nothing.
No.
And y'all, some of y'all Cowboy fans, I don't even care about the Cowboy haters. I expect that out of them. Some of y'all Cowboy fans join in with the haters, talking about this kid for nothing. Y'all joined it. Well, he's a problem. I don't know if we don't want we don't we don't want to. I did, BJ. I heard something say I don't need these type of problems on this team. We don't want Micah Parsons because he's a problem child. Man, if y'all somewhere with all this talk, man. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. But see, y'all didn't stop there. Y'all didn't stop there. I can stay on Parsons all day long. But guess what? Some of you Cowboy family people, y'all then switched it when y'all heard that we picked Kelvin Joseph. Y'all said, "Oh my goodness, what is this turning into? We already got Parsons here. We're bringing the wrong type of guys into the building." That's what y'all said. Because y'all have been so spellbound by Jason Garrett and his right type of guys and his choir boys and his Boy Scout of America type guys, his nuns, men nuns that we have. And y'all don't even understand what kind of guy that are needed for mentality on the football field. And before you even bring them and talk about them, you don't even understand what these guys are made of. I just don't get it. And they didn't do nothing. Silly y'all, and I'm gonna turn it over to my brothers in a minute. Let me tell you how silly y'all are. Let me tell you how silly. Y'all some silly Cowboy fans. That CCF stand for silly Cowboy fans. I love y'all. Y'all my brothers and sisters. Y'all my brothers and sisters. Y'all, this is what y'all did. Y'all got mad because y'all heard he was a rapper. Really? Really? What y'all want him to sing? Gospel music? I'm a preacher. I'm a preacher. I love gospel. What y'all want him to sing? Country music? What y'all want him to sing? Oldest 1970 ballads? What y'all want him to sing? Frank Sinatra? What did y'all want him to do? The kid is a rapper, okay? But on Saturdays, he was on the field playing ball. Y'all act like two people can't do two things at one time. Mm-hmm. What in the world is wrong with y'all? Some of y'all said, "Well, we don't know if what decision does he really want to make. We don't know if he loves rapping more or does he love football more." Man, if y'all don't sit y'all wannabe Dr. Phil, sometimes, psychoanalysis people down, sit down. Y'all don't know nothing about that, man. If he wanted, I call that capitalism. You get one check from the Cowboys for playing football, and you get another check for rapping. What's wrong with capitalism?
Nothing.
What's wrong with it? As long as he ain't in the studio, look, as long as he's not in the studio during practice time, he good with me.
Right.
No problem with that.
On Sunday morning, look, if he missed the airplane for the flight out going on the road to play ball, and they find out the reason why he missed the flight because he was rapping with his buddies in the studio, then we got a problem.
Yep.
I'll give you that. If we find out that he missed a place where he had to be at, an engagement where he had to be at on the behalf of the team, and he missed it because He was on the road rapping, opening up for another rapper, and I get it then. He ain't missed no game in Kentucky for rapping.
Nope.
What is y'all problem? Y'all ain't said nothing about see the problem is see what the problem is. Now we gotta have common sense. Okay. Y'all don't say nothing about some of these players that got other outside interests.
Yeah.
Y'all don't say nothing about them. Y'all don't say nothing about that.
Yep.
If Dak Prescott would have been at the Kentucky Derby, and I know some of y'all gonna say, well, Brady got 7 rings. If Dak Prescott would have been at the Kentucky Derby like Tom Brady was, some of y'all would have said, hey man, you don't need to be in no Kentucky Derby. You need to be watching game film. What?
Crazy.
Why is it that? Let me stop, cause I can go on the road this all day. I see some folks laughing at me, but it's all right. Come on, Gary. I mean, let me ask you this: what did Kelvin Joseph do, man? What did he do?
He didn't do nothing, man. It goes back to the same situation. The same situation, Doug. I mean, look, nobody had anything to say about Cole Beasley being a rapper while he was here.
Nah,
When he was
man.
with Dallas. Nobody had anything to say about that. But it's just, I'm telling you, it's the same situation. That's all it is. I mean, people act like you got to be all football. Your entire life has to revolve around football if you look a certain way or you have a certain persuasion, shall I say. I mean, but nobody's life is entirely football. You can't be consumed by one thing in your life, or you're going to miss out on a lot of other opportunities. You're going to miss out on living life, period. I mean, you get burnt out. Nobody can be 24/7 on one thing. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to get tired of it. You need something to get your mind off of it. You need a little rest, a little outlet. You know what I'm saying? Something that's productive. He's not hurting nobody. He's not doing nothing illegal. That's just his outlet. That's how he gets his mind off football, where he can relax and retool. You know, I mean, what everybody tell him, oh, I need a vacay. I need a vacay. That's that man's way of vacay. You know what I'm saying? That's like his vacation time. In his spare time, he likes to write music and go to the studio and lay it down. What does that have to do with football or anything? I don't understand why people hating on them. They can drop a mixtape. Man, who cares about that? Who cares? If that man get on that football field and play ball and he a Pro Bowler, all of y'all gonna be quiet. Mouth gonna be just quiet as a church house mouse.
Yeah, definitely. And he said himself that I didn't grind, sweat, and bleed all these years to be a rapper. Like I did that to be a football player.
Hey, not to cut you off, Geach, but BJ, you right. BJ just said he'd rather him be in the studio than in the strip club. I would too, bro.
Any day of the week. Any day of the week. Because at least I know he's somewhere when he putting his mind to his craft. He not out being drunk driving, doing drugs. Yes, going to the studio, bro. If that's where you relax at, that's where you get your thoughts off of your mind. You get away from the world. Like that's like anybody else therapy session that they do outside of football. You might like some dudes might like to go fishing. Some dudes might like to ride dirt bikes. His hobby is rapping. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, all young kids, if a lot of people don't know, all these young kids are rappers. All of them want to be rappers. Like that's just the new thing to do. And if you have listened to his rap music and you feel a certain way about the things he raps about, you have to understand where he's from and what he sees on a day-to-day basis. And every time somebody raps, it's not always about what they're doing in their life. Sometimes they rap about what they see around them. So I don't really care about that at all. Like the 90s teams were full of crazy dudes, thugs, whatever you want to call them, but they won football games. That's all I care about. Are you going to come in? Are you going to work hard? You going to put your head down? You going to learn? That's all I care about. And we should also know that Jerry is one of the best people to have players with problems because Jerry will go get you a chaperone if he need to.
Same thing he did with Dez Bryant.
Like he'll have somebody follow you around if he needs to make sure you all right. So if Jerry ain't worried about it, y'all don't need to be worried about it because that's who signing that man checks. Jerry
And the
Jones.
same thing he did for Dez. Same thing he did for Dez. No different.
Like
some of these guys like the podcast.
Yeah, we getting too much into this character thing because nobody in this world is perfect. Everybody can go back to look at when they were 18 and 19 and look in the mirror and tell me you lived a perfect life every day because you didn't. Nobody can say that. We all made mistakes. It's about learning from your mistakes. So your mistakes don't define you. What you do after you make those mistakes is what define you as a man, in my opinion.
Right. Thank y'all for handling the business while I had this computer issue right here. But I'm back and I'm still fired up. Let me just go and tell y'all.
Certain part of the issue is when you look a certain way, your mistakes mean more than if you look the opposite way. You see what I'm saying?
I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't tell. You know why I say that? You know, I'm just saying, look here, okay? And please do not get me wrong, good people. And y'all, and for those that say we race baiting, God bless you. You can have your opinion. I don't mind. I don't mind. What we're doing is stating the facts tonight. I don't know the brother's name because if I would have thought about this earlier, I would have had his name. Who, and some of y'all know who it is that's in the chat box. Who was the white brother that abused his black girlfriend just a couple weeks ago? Beat her up real bad. Y'all, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. What's his name? Whoever know his name, y'all put it in here for the guy had a black girlfriend, then he blamed it on his mental issues, or something like that.
Yeah, well, offensive lineman from Seattle.
Offensive line from Seattle. Somebody help me out. Yeah, exactly. BJ, I just can't think of his name, but let me tell you something. Exactly. Queen said the tackle from Seattle. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. E. Kush, was that his name? Oh, no, not our guy. E. Kush, not the guy from
if he was
I'm talking about the kid from Seattle.
Yeah, if he was covered like Deshaun Watson and these other players, well, we would know his name, but they only do him on ESPN for one.
There you go. That's the point I'm trying to make. Queen called. She said it's the tackle from Seattle. The BJ said it's the Seattle guy. We forgot his name. But see, Ray Rice just did something in the elevator, and Ray Rice got castrated for a whole year.
Career over.
Single day on ESPN. And I'm not saying Ray Rice was right by no means. I'm not saying that he was wrong. He's supposed to get whatever punishment that he's supposed to get. But have y'all heard the reason that is? BJ said that Chad Wheeler. Have anybody heard anything about Chad Wheeler? Anybody? Anybody? No, nobody said nothing. The man treated, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm trying to drive a point home. The man treated that woman like her name was Rocky Balboa. He beat her up like he beat her up just like the way Using the Dog beat Masfredo on UFC, whatever the name is. The other day. He beat that woman up and then said he had look, Bruce Calley right there. This is news to me. You know why, Bruce? Because they gave it about a 5-second runoff on ESPN, and nobody has heard anything about Chad Wheeler. But black brothers that have done this got destroyed in the media to the point. Let's not forget about Kareem Hunt, who was a white girl.
Yep.
Okay. We heard about Kareem Hunt for 2 straight months, every single day. Ray Rice was on TV every single day. Chad Wheeler was on TV for 5 minutes.
And this dude, they hit the woman, but this dude beat this woman to where he thought she was dead. She came in there and he said, "Oh, you're still alive?" So his intention was to beat her to death.
Bruce, when you get off this podcast, go check out Chad Wheeler And what Gary just said is just 100% true. He whooped the woman so bad that he said, "Oh, you still alive? Where's the news coming? Man, look, Ray Rice was on ESPN, ABC, NBC, CNN, Sesame Street, Electric Company, the Cartoon Network, National Geographic Channel, and Ray Rice was everywhere. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Chad Wheeler got 5 minutes. Nothing about it. This just happened just a few months ago, y'all.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, they say he bipolar.
But BJ, you're absolutely right. The video on Ray was damaging enough to him. Here's my comeback to that, though. I don't got no problem. Ray Rice supposed to pay the price. But what about Kareem Hunt? The Kareem Hunt incident was I believe he was on video. I think he pushed her down. I believe that was it. It wasn't no blows. I think he pushed her down or something like that. Not saying that's, by no means. Not saying that's wrong, right or anything. I'm just saying compare. This woman had pictures of her looking like she just got into the ring with Tyson Fury. That's what she looked like after she got whooped. It looked like she took a 12-round beating, and the man had killed her.
Yeah. Intended to kill her. He intended on killing her.
Look, we didn't hear nothing about Chad Wheeler, man. This just happened.
They said he had a medical condition. He was bipolar. It was documented. But let me tell you, everybody in this world got a little bit of bipolar in them. So that ain't no excuse. Plain and simple. Like
it wouldn't matter if they found out that Ray Rice or Kareem Hunt were bipolar and had CTE. It wouldn't have made a difference. Wouldn't have made a difference.
And Kareem Hunt said that the girl was calling out racial slurs, and they asked her to leave the party, and she wouldn't leave. That's why you saw that incident happen between him and her like it did. But they're not going to report that. They're just going to report what they saw on the video to make him look bad, even though he should not have done that. I don't advocate no man putting their hand on women. Like,
no,
I'm pretty sure all feel the same way too. Like, that's not something like Granny always told you, don't put your hand on no woman. Playing this.
My brothers, Gee Chee, Gary, I'm sorry. Let me apologize to y'all. Because, see, y'all know how I am. Y'all know if y'all jump on my show, you know I'm going to get loose. So y'all know that. So I'm apologizing, y'all. Because some water y'all don't need to get into. I stand on by myself, but I know how y'all are. That's why I brought you here, because I knew you were going to jump in with me. That's what's called brotherhood is. Let me tell y'all something. Bring it back around, because, see, I feel like some folks going to call Facebook police and going to call the CDC and call all the civil rights attorneys and all that. I know y'all going to call. And that's fine. I don't mind. This is the reason why I'm saying this, to bring it back to my original point. As Cowboy fans, but I already know. As Cowboy fans, what the problem is this. We have been so spoiled and messed up by Jason Garrett's reign as Cowboy for all those 10 years. And y'all remember all the press conferences. We need the right type of guy. That's what you say, the right type of guy. That we are allergic. Do y'all hear what I'm saying tonight? Listen, we as Cowboy fans have become allergic to guys that make a difference in mentality on the football team. That's what we're missing. The talent is there, but the mentality is not there. That's what I problem is. DeMarcus Lawrence has the talent, all the talent in the world. He has all the talent in the world. The mentality. Now he talk a good game, but I got to have more. Randy Gregory is a freak, but the mentality Randy Gregory is so good, he can get by with his natural ability. But his mentality is not where I want it to be quite yet. Okay? Jalen Smith has the speed and the aggression to play. He just had bad angles. But Jalen Smith is trying to be NFL Man of the Year. And he's nice. He's still nice. Good guy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking him. You need a mix of that.
Yeah, you gotta.
But where are the dogs on this team?
Right.
We ain't got one. I saw one last year. That's Donovan Wilson. That's all I saw. I'm talking about dogs. You can look at him and say, okay, that guy right there is a difference maker. And we're so allergic to it that even in free agency, y'all been hollering out all these names, and we already know how Stephen Jones is. You know he ain't gonna get him. Because he don't want, number one, he don't want to pay him. Number two, that he's not the right type of guy. So you hire Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn won a Super Bowl. Dan Quinn took the team to a Super Bowl with dogs on his team. Y'all understand that? He had dogs on his team. We're so allergic to him that we don't even know what we got. So some of you Cowboy fans heard that Micah Parsons came and Kelvin Joseph came, and y'all just threw up red flags because y'all are allergic to guys that are real dogs on the team, which can turn this team around. We done tried the Jason Garrett with 10 years, 10, 11 years. That should be over with now.
Yep.
I don't want to hear that.
Yep.
Nobody want to go through that. We're doing the same thing. No, get some guys on this team that's going to make a difference day one. Michael Parsons is going to make a difference day one. Kelvin Joseph will grow into it. But dog traits, that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Now, we got some more in the draft that we picked up. But for tonight, y'all come hang with me on Saturday. We'll jump into some more. But for tonight, we just talking about the first two. There's some more dogs that we drafted. But for tonight, Parsons and Joseph, I don't understand, because I'm in a whole bunch of Cowboy track groups. I don't understand why folks just losing their mind. I don't understand. Do y'all want dogs or do y'all want puppies? Which one you want?
They want puppies.
Listen, for your clarification. Yeah, let me look. For your clarification, puppies will get you the third and first ranked defense in the league.
What you saw last year.
Yeah. If that's what you want, okay, fine. Dogs will get you. Dogs will get you a couple players off that doggish defense, get sent to the Pro Bowl. And if they're good, some of them dogs will be an all-pro. If you got these wild on this defense like we had last year, getting pushed around like they ain't lifted no weights all year long, getting pushed, getting ran over for 300 yards a game, if that's what you like, who you want us to draft? Slater? That's what y'all wanted? Slater? Slater? Y'all want Slater? Okay. Y'all want Slater? Who else did y'all want? Y'all didn't want Parsons. You didn't want Parsons. So who did you want?
I think they didn't want Horn either. They wanted Surtain.
They wanted
you didn't want Horn.
And they wanted Surtain. Look,
the
soft culture.
You wanted finesse.
That Jason Garrett culture and this softness then been breeded into the fans. See, they forget about what was going on with us in the 90s and how we won Super Bowls. You know, they forget about the situation. They look at guys like Richard Sherman when he told San Francisco, when he was in the camera saying, "Don't ever come at me with a weak receiver like Crabtree." When he showed that dog in him, you know what I'm saying? He's a thug. He's the wrong kind of guy. That man went to Stanford and has a degree. He not no thug. You don't have to be a thug to be a dog. It's just the mentality. Some people don't like to lose. They take it personally. When they play something, they're going to play to the fullest, and they're not going to let you beat them. They determined not to let you win. Like Michael Jordan said, "I'll die before I let you win out here." That's the same kind of mentality. That's all that is. It's the mentality of I'm not going to lose.
Y'all
That don't
heard
make you no thug or no bad person. That makes you an elite athlete and an elite competitor.
just
You
why
don't want somebody that's cool with losing or getting beat.
that says, oh, the owner ain't tripping, we ain't tripping. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear somebody like what Parsons said, I'm not going to lose every rep. Like, you might beat me 1 or 2 times, but I'm not losing every day. If you beat me yesterday, I can't sleep that night because I thought about losing all night, and I'm not going to lose tomorrow. Like, it's a mindset.
Right.
It's a willingness to be great. It's the putting the extra work in to be great, the extra effort. And y'all play football, that rubs off. It's infectious. That like when you see a guy over there going 1,000 miles an hour, why would you go 1,000 miles an hour too? Because you know you won't get showed up, and he 9 times out of 10 he gonna call you out for not going 1,000 miles an hour. So it breeds it throughout the whole team when you have that. But like we done had so many right type of guys, y'all scared of it. Y'all ran Dez off thinking Dez was a cancer. That man had passion. We haven't had passion since Dez. Cowboy Nation. Oh, he's a cancer. He's arguing. No, that man wanted to win. That man wants everybody to play with the same passion he was playing with, and that's all we want. That's all we want. That's it.
It rub off on the guys around you, Geach. But the best part is when you got that in you, guys that don't have it can't play with you.
No.
Like Kobe. You know how many people who ran away from the Lakers, Kobe, because of that mentality, that Mamba mentality? You know how many people shot away from Chicago? Man, I'm telling you. Same thing with Belichick. Not everybody can play for Belichick.
No, you gotta be wired a certain type of way. Like you definitely have to be wired a certain type of way. And that's all we want. That's
Buddha said they want Gizmo, but he want the Gremlins. That's what Buddha said.
That's what's up.
But listen, because we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I could be on here getting more trouble, but it is what it is. Let me tell y'all something. Look, this is a physical game that demands that you have physical players. This is not synchronized swimming. Y'all understand me? This is not hopscotch. Okay? This is not a game of marbles. Thank you, BJ. This is not Olympic diving. Y'all understand? This is not polo. You understand? Appreciate you, BJ. Thanks for hanging with me. Listen, this is not that type of show. This is football. It's physical. It's mean. It's people that run into you at 100 miles an hour. You got to have a mentality. You got to be wired differently. This is not a place for choir boys.
Oh.
This is not a place for you to be talking about having Bible study before your game. And I'm a preacher, y'all. I'm just telling you.
Well, your kicker, your punter can be preachers and nice guys.
Yeah, you can't. This is football. Yeah. You cannot be talking about. You can't be talking about caviar and roses. No, man. You can't be talking about eating with a fork and finding out which fork to use, which spoon to use. No, in football, everybody put their hand in the bucket at the same time. And battle over what the chicken is going to be. Who's going to get the chicken? This is a physical game, man.
Yep.
And you got to have some guys that's wired different. Y'all didn't say nothing about Charles Haley on this team.
Michael Irvin.
You didn't say nothing about Michael Irvin.
Leon Lynch.
You didn't say nothing about Darren Woodson.
Big Cat.
You didn't say nothing about Ken Norton. You didn't say nothing about Larry Allen. You didn't say nothing about Eric Williams. No, he was crazy.
Nate Newton.
Man.
Nate Newton. You didn't say nothing about these goons that we used to have on this team. Now all of a sudden, and keep in mind, them brothers got jewelry on their finger. They got rings on their finger.
Yep.
All of a sudden, y'all want to have these guys with halos over their head.
Well, they listening to Skip.
Talk about we need these type of guys because they're going to bring trouble. Man, look.
They listening to Skip.
Look, man.
You got to have some guys with some screws loose, man. You can't be
Shannon
all
Clark.
there and play this game, man. I was 5'8", 150, maybe 155, soaking wet, going up against 250-pound fullbacks because the laws of physics let me know I'm not gonna win. But you couldn't tell me in my mind that I wasn't gonna put him on his butt.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You couldn't tell me.
Barry Church said himself he would not play linebacker because those guys are wired different. They couldn't pay him enough to go play linebacker. So that right there lets you know in certain positions on the field, you're not wired like regular people. You can't. To go and run into a 300-pound man every play, head speed and ram heads and pads, you got to be a little crazy. Like, I don't know what people understand about that. Like, you have to be wired different. And if you're not, you're going to get run off the football field.
Well,
because dogs, we seek fear. We see it in your eyes when you're not one. So you're gonna get showing up very quickly.
Yeah. So basically, and we're gonna go ahead and close off this. I lost my pod bean because I had to refresh it. But listen, thank you guys for listening to me and hanging with me. I'll be back on Saturday at 3:00. We're gonna continue on talking about more players in the draft, and I guess see what kind of problem y'all got with them too. Because y'all killing these chats, man. Y'all killing me in some of these chats. Y'all killing me. But let me say this as I leave. So 2 things. Number one, if you want to support the show, there it is for you. $ the Big Time Show. That's my Cash App. You can do that on there, and I would appreciate it so much if you find it in your heart to support the show. Thank you so much on that. If you want to follow me on all these different platforms, there it is there for you. Podbean on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr. I'm on all those. My whole library is there. All you got to do is go check that out. Let me tell y'all this, and I'll leave y'all. Thanks to my brothers who hang with me. I know who to call. I got some partners that I ain't worried about it. I know they got my back. These just 2 of them. It's plenty more.
Right.
It's plenty more. I could flip coins and bring some in. Some of them in your chat box right now. Did y'all? I can bring them on, and it's gonna be the same thing. But I wanted to start this off because I know how they feel about it. Let me tell y'all this. Listen, y'all better understand what it takes to win. It takes more than physical ability. It takes mentality. Mentality equals confidence. That's what it can turn into. And if you end up with the right mentality and confidence, that stuff is contagious, like Gee Chee said. That stuff rubs off. And it rubs off quick. And what you have is guys that go past their normal ability. And now they become good. And then the good players become great. And then the great players become Hall of Fame type great. Start making plays. This is what we need on this team. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all. I'm so glad tonight that finally, it took about 8 years, that it looked like the Jones family had been listening to what some of the fans have been saying, because they drafted some dogs. Now, if y'all want these little Pooh Bears and Pooh Bears and little Chihuahua, Cocker Spaniel and Poodles, if that's what y'all like, y'all turn on the tape from the last few years. But it's a new day now. What you got now is some sloppy dogs with some slob coming out their mouth.
I love it.
Ready. If you don't like pit bulls, don't watch the Cowboys this year. If you don't like Rottweilers, don't watch the Cowboys this year. Okay? Yep. This is what's getting ready to happen. And the Jones family knew that it had to happen. They pushed away their standards and drafted, y'all say, problem people. They drafted problem people because they know that's what's needed to win now. Okay? Get used to it. Dan Quinn know what it takes. Yep. Get ready for it. Y'all, look, don't cry. Y'all don't like this. Look, if y'all don't like this show tonight, I'm sorry. This is a dog show tonight. That's what it is. And it ain't that one you see on USA Network. You know, them pretty dogs, you know, they cut their hair cut real nice and you know, they get no award. These guys ain't getting no awards. Okay? They
No.
But the award they gonna get look, let me stop. I'm gone. I apologize. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. I love y'all people for hanging with me. Thank you, Gee Chee. Y'all made this show tonight. Gary, y'all made this show tonight. I just chipped in.
Anytime.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. But y'all know, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Now, y'all know exactly. Queen said this was for grown folks. And if y'all want these little Liberty Land, Sesame Street Cowboy fans,
That's
you didn't like my show tonight. You didn't like my show tonight. Queen, I'm going to get you on there because you just talking crazy as we do. So it's coming in. But listen, y'all know y'all can't leave now. Y'all know that. Because y'all know what I do. Now, if you ain't too mad at me, I need y'all to do one thing for me. Can y'all please clap your hands? I'll see y'all Saturday at 3 o'clock. Put your hands on it.